Hi, this is Andy from Svija. I'm going to show you how to make a pop-up menu for a mobile web page. So this is an empty web page at example.svija.site. I'm going to create a new pop-up menu, hamburger menu for it. So first of all, we're going to go to folder. We're going to click on new page here. And I'm just going to delete everything for now. And I'm going to delete the computer artboard because I don't need that. So here we go. This artboard, let's make it 300 by 300. So the first thing is just to make sure everything's working okay. So I'm going to make a new rectangle. I'm going to make it orange. Orange. Okay. Save page. It's going to be called, let's see. Okay, I'm going to call it Hamburger.ai. Okay. So the artboard is MB, which is necessary. Hamburger.ai. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to, oops, let's see here. Yeah, let's open this in a new window. It will be easier to manage. So here we have the modules for this web page. I'm going to add a module called Hamburger MB. It's enabled, and I'll click, I'm just going to include it on the page, mobile, Hamburger.ai. Save and continue editing. So now if I reload the page, it's not there because I didn't include it. So I need to go to the page settings. Page settings, page for mobile, and I'm going to go modules and add another module, and it's going to be called Hamburger MB. Reload, and now we have our module here, which obviously doesn't look like much for the moment. Okay, so here we are. Well, the first thing we want to do is get rid of this orange box, so I'm just going to get rid of that. We're going to make 3 little rectangles for the hamburger, like that. We'll put them in the middle. The middle is 150 pixels, since it's a 300 pixel wide page. And I'm going to go object, compound path make. It's always better to make things compound paths instead of grouping them if you can. It makes it faster for the page to draw, and it's just easier to work with. So if you have a choice, use compound path. I'm going to make it gray, like that. So that's not really going to move. That's just a static. I'm going to call this static. Okay. Save the page. Reload the page. And here we have our hamburger menu that doesn't do anything yet. So obviously to make it appear, we need to make a trigger. So I'm going to call this, put this over here in the middle. We're going to make it pink, and we're going to make it 30% transparency. And I'm going to call it mouse/hburger, hburg, something nice and short. Okay, so the trigger is there. And this is going to be for a mobile page, so there's no such thing as a mouse over. There's either just you touch it or you don't. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make the actual menu. So I'm going to make a rectangle here. That's going to be 280 pixels wide. And excuse me, I'm going to make it, I like to have round numbers, and I'm going to make it 225 pixels high. I'm going to make it white. White, and I'm going to give it some nice round corners. This is going to go in the events layer, and I'm going to call it toggle. Toggle means that when you click on this trigger, it's going to activate the animation, and when you click again, it's going to deactivate the animation. So now I put Hamburger. So just clicking on this pink rectangle will cause this to appear and then disappear. So I do save page, reload the page, and now if I click here, the rectangle is here. We can't see it because it's white on white. So I'm going to give it a black border, and I'm going to make the whole thing 90% transparent. So now we can see it. Save page. And I'm going to make one other change, which is that I'm going to make it floating at the top of the screen so it won't disappear when you scroll. So now I click save, and I reload the page. And now the menu is there, and when I click it, it stays there and it's open, and when I click it again, it's closed. So something we can do that it will be nice is we're going to actually put the event above the trigger this time, and you'll see why in a second. Oh no, sorry, that's not right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these, I'm going to add something to this event. I'm going to add a white rectangle here without a border, and then I'm going to add an X here. This isn't going to be very pretty, but it will give you the idea. So now we have a white rectangle, an X, and this. All these three things, we're going to add them into a group. Oh yeah, I can't do that. Okay, so we have a group here, and we're going to move this toggle / Hamburger. We're going to move it up here. Okay, so the point is that all of this will appear when we click. You'll see it will be slightly more clear. So now if I click here, I get the menu and I see that there's an X to close. Obviously you can do a nicer job graphically, but it gives you an idea. So now what we need to do is add some links into the Hamburger menu. So what we're going to do is I'm going to make a new layer, but it will just be temporary. And I'll make them Helvetica bold. Animation contact. When you're doing a mobile menu, it's nice to make things really big. It's just easier for people to click on. They have big fat fingers and they can't be very precise. Okay, so here we have the text. I'll lock the other layers just to make sure I don't screw anything else up. And now I'm going to do triggers for these links. So I make a rectangle here and move it down twice. I'm going to add the actual links using the attributes panel, which in French is called option d'objet. So this one just goes to the home page, which is always just a slash. This one goes to the animation page at /animation, lowercase. And this one will go to /contact. So now I have the actual links and I have the text. So this is all the things. So I'm just going to take everything that's on here and group it. And this is going to be called triggers again. It doesn't really matter. I'll call it inside triggers. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drag that down inside of this group here. So now these triggers will actually appear with the rest of the group. So if I click save page and then I come back and I reload the page, then I have a menu and I can I forgot to well, you can see everything looks the way it's supposed to. I forgot one important step. triggers have to have names. So it's just going to be called mouse/link. Copy it all. And what's really nice is inside the layers panel, you can just press tab to advance. You don't have to click each time tab, and you can do shift tab to go backwards. So just by calling them mouse link, now the pink part will disappear and the links will work correctly. So let's see if it worked. The menu appears, disappears, it looks correct. And if I move over the links, I can see at the bottom of the window that this goes to the home page, this goes to animation, and this goes to contact. Since I did not include the hamburger menu on every page, it's only on the home page right now. So I'm going to click always include here in the hamburger module parameters. And then I'm going to go back to the page parameters, and I'm going to get rid of the module down here, delete. So now it'll look the same here, but it will be on every page at the top of the page. Contact. I don't think there is a contact page, but let's see. Nope, there's not. But there you have a hamburger menu. It works correctly, and that's it. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed yourself. Take care.